Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us tonight on Kneaded Bakery's Live at 5 this Wednesday. I think we're on August 25th. Today we're going to be doing a little bit of butchery. So I'm going to be fabricating a chicken, and then we have a guest, or I guess I'm the guest today, but we'll have someone else working on this beautiful piece of flank steak right here. And I'd like to take the opportunity to go ahead and invite him right now. Chef Kishon Southey, production chef for Kneaded Bakery and Catering.
Hello. How's it going, Facebook fam, Insta fam? We missed you guys this last week. I hope you're all doing mighty fine. Taking care of yourselves, staying 6 feet away, and just living your thing, doing your dream. You know what I mean? Okay, so as Andrew was saying, we're going to go ahead and go over our meats, how to butcher them, how to get the most out of it, okay? Flank steak is one of my favorite steaks to work with. It's beautiful when it's charred, and it just tastes delicious when you got that crisp and that juicy texture when it's just, okay? It's going to be easy peasy. It's salt and pepper only, a little bit of oil, saute, and then we're going to throw it on a dish that you see at the end. But yes, and then Andrew Diab, because he is so educated on butchering this chicken, almost like Chef Gordon Ramsay when he did it blindfold. That's sketch, huh? He's going to go ahead and break it down. Now, there's 2 ways to do it, right? You can get either 8 pieces or 10. How many pieces are we doing?
I have no clue. We're going to find out when we get there.
Find out when we get there.
Yeah.
Save me the chicken wing.
Yeah, so I'm ready to get started. I'm going to go ahead and throw on the most important piece of equipment on my side, which is some gloves, just to get started. If you're nervous, you can wear those cut gloves just to make sure, especially, meat has a lot of those different chemicals, different things going on, the juices. We don't want to cut ourselves and get any of that inside our cuts, especially the chicken. There's a salmonella risk. But yeah, I think we're ready to go.
If you guys don't know what it kind of looks like this. Sorry, my fingers are stuck.
Yeah, it's a cook glove. Yeah, Kishon got a cook glove over on that side. But I'm just going to go straight in, and if something, we'll see what happens. So,
what's the first step, Andrew? Show me.
Let's see the chicken. So first step happens before we get here, right? We already took our chicken. We rinsed it really well. If you buy it at the store, my Instagram fan, thank you for joining us. If you buy them at the store, you're going to get like some kidneys, maybe a neck in there, some stuff on the inside cavity. So just go ahead and open that up, rinse it out, make sure there's nothing in there like we did earlier. And then we're going to get started over here. And the first thing I like to do with my chicken is just loosen it up a little bit, right? Right?
Okay, I like it when it...
Get in there, just let the wings flop around a little bit, right? Wings flop. Especially with frozen chickens, you want to make sure you have all that flexibility. The other thing is, if this is your first time doing it, you want to pay attention to how those joints move, right? Because when we get in here, you're going to need to dislocate some things, twist some things.
Can you make them dance?
Probably.
You need a little. Okay. Seriously.
All right, yeah, but you're going to need it all loosened up. That way, you know where the joints move, how they bend, all that. Then when we get in here, we got to twist things, pull things, pop things out of place. We'll be completely ready to do that. I'm just going to take my gloves off really quick so I can move this guy. This is ceramic sharpening rod. We use it to keep all our knives in tip-top shape. So we were just sharpening before we got started here to make sure that our knives would be ready for the chicken.
Cute.
And then Kishon, what do you want to do the flank steak while I'm doing the chicken? Or
I can definitely get down on the flank steak. So the flank steak is not nearly as what is it called? Intricate. It's not as complex as breaking down the chicken. What we're gonna do here with the flank steak is we're gonna cut off the silver lining. Have you guys ever experienced eating a piece of steak, trying to break it apart with your teeth, and then swallowing one piece and the other one is just stuck there, so you almost like choke on it? It's not fun. I've been there, done that. I don't know about y'all, but it is A-okay, not fun, okay? So what I'm talking about when I say silver lining is this right here. So if I'm pretty much scratching it off, you guys can see that.
Well, like connective tissue.
Yeah, exactly. This right here. It keeps the meat together, and it's really hard to just chew apart. That's why it's really weird. Yeah, look at all that. Oh, sorry. There she is. So we're gonna go ahead and take all of this off. Now you can do it with your hands like I'm doing it, or you can just hit it with the knife sometimes because it gets hard. And then there's a couple of pieces on the fat too. If you can see it below, right here. Yes. This is what we're looking for. We want to keep the fat because it's, it adds flavor and all the juices in there. Definitely want to keep as much fat as possible, but we also want to take off as much of the silver lining as possible on both sides, okay? And then we're also going to go over butterflying, so you can get the most out of your meat, and you just, we got more. I'm going to double the trouble, okay?
Double trouble.
Ready? You got to get one of these little guys. You want to make sure she's nice and bendy so you can, get under and all that good stuff, Boom, 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 boom. Right? And then the whole technique is to poke it through up top and then just have your blade angled forward. It's a really, really small angle. How do you say it? What is that? 2-3 degrees?
Yeah,
It's very acute. Yeah.
Just off.
You know, and so you can move it around and see that right there. I'm gonna go ahead and get under it.
Cynthia Grimaldo showing some love in the comments.
Hey, love you too.
Then over on my side, I'm just going to start opening up some of the chicken skin. It's right around these side pockets and everything. We're just going to take our knife and go right in here.
Right.
That way we can see everything we got going on as far as the meat and the breast and everything that's connected in here. So we're just going to go through some of that skin, get it all open here. Yeah. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to get to that dislocating that we talked about earlier, right? There's the joint. I'm just going to rotate my hand like that. And you see that pop right there? We can see where the bone's coming out, right? So that tells us we got a good separation. Now we're just going to come in right behind it. And we're going to cut right through where we open that bone up. And we have a nice little chicken thigh with the drumstick attached. Mmm, tasty.
Wow.
All right, and I'm going to put that off to the edge of my board. Some people like to do the, we got a little camera focus issue, getting back on. Some people like to do the wings first. For the wings, it's the same sort of deal. We're just going to twist and rotate until you hear that pop, right? And if it starts to be a little bit troublesome, you can put a little slit in right near the chicken armpit. That's the technical term, thank you. That's going to give you a little more leverage, right? You're going to know what you're doing a little bit more. And you just want to make sure that you get that full twist.
Do you need a towel? Would you be able to use a towel maybe to help you out with that leverage? Or?
Yeah, if you're getting some grip issues, right? Especially like if you're doing this with gloves, it gets a little slippery, slidey. You use a towel to grab that, and it'll help grip onto that raw meat.
Right.
We're just going to take the wing off just like that. Get in there. Beautiful separation on that. Last thing I'm going to do is just pull the chicken breast off, and then beneath the breast, we have the tender. So we're just going to come in right on the breastbone, and then we're going to push our knife to the left. And you just got to be really careful you don't get any of those chicken bones under there, because if you hit a little rib bone, your knife's just going to go straight through it, and then you're going to have rib shards and whatever it is that you're cooking.
Really?
And we don't want that. Yeah.
That's a fun fact. I didn't even know that. Cute.
So you want to stay up right up off those bones. And we're just going to come all the way down and go right through. You get that nice, beautiful chicken breast attachment over here. And then underneath that, we got our chicken tender. And then, so we're going to put that all out over here. We got our chicken wing. We got our chicken tender. We got our chicken breast. I still got my other half of the chicken. We're going to do something with that. In the meantime, I'm going to take this bad boy. I'm going to pop this open and open it up just like we did last time. And we're going to push these two bones apart just so they pop, right? And we're dislocating that last joint. Ooh, we got some good separation right there in the drumstick. And we're just going to come down and separate it, right?
Cute.
Just get a nice little separation. We got our little drumstick. And we got our chicken thigh. Now on the chicken thigh, since we have some time, right, we're just going to put in a vertical slit right above the bone. We're going to go all the way down, and then we're just going to separate it a little bit, and we're going to roll it. Something I learned from watching our contestants on Skills USA this year. Now we're just going to roll it.
Skills USA. What's Skills USA, Andrew?
So Skills USA is a group that Chef Carlos and I were fortunate enough to do some testing with this last year. We helped judge their digital classes, and you just want to make sure you're keeping your fingers clear, right? And we're peeling out all that bone socket, all of that, and we're just getting a nice boneless chicken thigh, right? And then you can just peel the skin off and you have boneless, skinless. But yeah, so Skills USA is a group that does culinary competitions for high school and middle school age students. And they give them the opportunity to compete for scholarships, prize money, rankings. They have nationals. They have all different levels. But also, Kishon's getting a butterfly over there. So if we want to zoom over really quick before I go for the other half of this chicken and see what Kishon's got going on.
Okay, remember I was telling you I'm going to make a double? I got the piece of meat. And I cut it. Oh, okay. One moment. Perfect. Here we go. Right. Cute. So, here's the meat. Cut it in half. Boom. Okay. And then I'm going to keep this right here as my backbone. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip it around. And I'm going to start on this side. And I'm going to slice nice in half. Just like this. And the reason why we cut it a butterfly is because it looks like butterfly wings. Okay. You can open it up as you go. Right. And you just want to get right to the edge. When it starts opening up like this, you can just kind of Slice it a little more here and there to assist you. It will do that sometimes, so don't be afraid. You can also just cut this in half and do it one more time. Boom.
Kishon, you said you're gonna have a backbone, right? That's like the thicker portion.
Yeah.
Why do you leave that like connected? Why do you use the thicker portion specifically?
I use a thicker portion specifically so it doesn't fall apart on me. Because if I'm using the thinner side, she's definitely gonna be falling apart. Meat's heavy, you know what I mean? So, like I said, there's a thinner part of it, right? That's what I've been holding this guy together. So now I'm gonna take this and carefully put my palm here and just let the knife do the work. Now, don't go fast when you're doing this, please. Take your time because you really got to concentrate on where the knife is going. Okay.
Is this like something I try? You know, I buy that new cookbook, buy that new chef knife. First thing I do in my home kitchen, bust out the butterfly and the flank steak, or should I maybe get some more experience?
Yeah, I would definitely wear a cut glove if that's your first time because you get what I'm saying. And check that out. Okay, open it up. She's there, and I just cut this right here a little bit more so I can spread it out just that much. It just helps out. Okay, and whoa,
Beautiful butterfly.
she's cute, right? That side, and you have this side. Now that's one piece. Shoo, I think we're quadrupling it now. Okay. It's a little easier when it's a little frozen because you have more control over it because she's like totally defrosted and now she's a little flimsy, floppy, okay? But not just hold it nice and tight. Be very careful. And the blade, you want it slightly up, barely. That's why I say go really slow, okay?
Oh, we have a question in the comments. So what kind of knife would you recommend for this?
A meat slicer, to be honest. I'm using a fillet knife, which is really small. I'm going to go grab a meat slicer, actually. Give me 30 seconds.
All right, Kishon's gonna go grab a slicer over on that side. While we're waiting for him, I am actually going to pop over to the fillet knife. So earlier I did a chef knife when I broke down the first half of the chicken. So just know over on this side, I'm gonna be breaking it down with this little fillet knife because it is possible, and we want to show that off. So it gives you a little more flexibility when you get in here. Again, we're just gonna pop up in that skin. I like going for that thigh portion first, and we're always directing it straight down towards the cutting board. But if we want to cut back over to Kishon while I get this set up, he does have that slicer out.
Yeah, I do.
And it's right-handed.
It is
sided.
I know I gotta go that way because it only has a blade on one side. But you know what? I'm just gonna make it happen, count. Okay, I have to. Anyways, this is a meat slicer that you want. Why? Because it gives you length and you're able to watch the blade actually go through it. Versus where mine was starting to disappear in the meat. You guys notice? Yeah. Okay. But here we are again. I had the one full meat, cut it in half, and then I had these two and I cut them in half. So now I have two pieces. I guarantee I'll get two more out of here. So we've got 4 going down. I'm gonna go ahead and just leave this though. Okay. And don't get too far ahead. I'm gonna slice these up into nice thin strips, and then I'm gonna saute them with a little bit of oil, it's all pepper. Okay.
Yeah. If you want to cut back over here, I'm just gonna go in with this fillet knife. Yeah, so as you can see, I opened up that thigh portion again. We're gonna go in one more time. We're gonna pop this joint.
Cute.
I know you can see the bone. I'm sorry, everyone, if you're a little queasy. Maybe you just listen to the live this time.
Yeah, some ASMR or what?
Then we're gonna cut right through this side portion here, and notice I'm keeping my hands nice and clean and free of that bone action, right, in that knife. We're just gonna pull that thigh off just like that. And you can see the little socket that's still attached in there, but I won't make you look at that. Then over here, we're going to get up to the top again. We're going to pop that wing. We're going to pull it back. And we're just going to open up that chicken armpit. Instagram fan, you see me opening that
you say armpit, all I can
I'm
think
just
is
going
like,
to rotate, right? And you got to be really careful because like you just heard right now, I actually popped this bone out of place instead of the one inside.
I'm glad it's a chicken bone and not your bone.
Yeah, be thankful, right?
Yeah.
Because we're just trying to get enough leverage to get in here and really get this last portion out of place, right? But it's fighting us a little bit because it has all that supporting cartilage.
Right.
So we're just gonna come in here.
Okay.
Do some more cutting. There we go.
Yeah, do we have any like announcements with maybe any classes coming up?
We do have a few announcements. We do have a few classes coming up. Let me just pop that out. And I believe we have a flyer for our classes. Let's pop that up. Yes, so Kneaded Culinary Academy fall classes are coming up. They're going to be 4 to 7, of course, because we want to make sure that all our students can enjoy it after high school or middle school or whatever school you're going to. We got ages 15 to 25. But if you need more information, email us at culinary@rcskids.org. yeah, and that'll be the contact information that'll go to all our people to get you referred and set up. Yeah, and this is actually one of the things that we cover in the class is a little chicken fabrication. So you can see we just open that up one more time. We're going to pop that bone right out. We're going to come in right behind it. We're going to go right through this next portion, right? Boom. Got that drumstick. Got that bone in thigh with the skin still attached. And then we're going to go for that one last breast separation over on this side. I actually like to rotate it because I'm right-handed, so it lets me support with my left hand while I'm cutting with my right. We're going to cut it again. Look for that breastbone, find it. And we're just going to stay right to the left of it this time, right? We're going to come all the way down. Remember, sometimes your meat will be a little frozen down there, so just be ready for whatever might go on. And we're just going to stay really close to that carcass. If you can see the little bones, that means that you're getting the most meat, right? You're leaving nothing on that carcass. So Chef Kishon won't have anything to
Go hard or go home, huh?
Yeah.
He said, I'm going to get everything, man.
All the way in.
Leave no man behind. Oh, excuse me.
We're going to go all the way back. Boom, we're done. We got the breasts. We got the tender. Mission accomplished. And then you have this big chicken carcass that Chef Kishon can turn into stock. For those of you who can turn into stock, right?
It's almost there. It's almost like we make absolutely everything in-house. Oh, my God.
Inside, if you want to come over and kind of show what we got over here on the chicken, can you maybe get closer, zoom out a little bit so we can see this whole tray? If that makes sense. Come in here. Cute.
Oh, okay, so how many pieces do we have right here? We got 2, 4, 6, 8. Beautiful. Beautiful. Woo! What are those?
Yeah, little tenders, right?
Our little chicken
We got
tenders?
our drumstick.
So we got 10 pieces?
Yeah, then we got our chicken wing. We got the other wing. We got another thigh that's boneless. Then we got our drumstick. We got the 2 breasts with skin on, and then we got our carcass.
You telling me I got chicken nuggies?
Yeah, you
Those are my chicken nuggies?
Beautiful. All right. Yes. So
Cute. Okay.
that's our chicken.
Beautiful.
And Chef Kishon, we're gonna start chopping up on that side. Get some
I
meat
was
fry.
chopping it up earlier. I mean, I couldn't wait because I wanted to get the show on the road. But you saw how they were like super thin. Okay, I was cutting it against the grain. Why do we cut against the grain? So it's easier for you to chew, it's easier for you to enjoy, and it kind of just melts in your mouth. What?
Since we're here,
Tell me.
we got this big pile of pasta, so we can demonstrate cutting against the grain. Nice planning, Chef Kishon. Okay, so if you look at the grain of the beef, right? You see all these lines, right? The muscle lines.
Yeah.
It's just like your muscle, you know, like your bicep muscle. Chef Kishon, show us those biceps.
What?
Come on. You see all those muscle strands running down?
Wait, you gotta get my this side. You gotta get my this side. You know what? Show
Come on.
Woo!
You see those muscle strands that run down Chef Kishon's arms? The muscle strands are like this, right? They're like, I mean, they're bigger than little fettuccinis, but they run down vertically, right? And so if you hold up that flank steak again,
right?
you get gloves. We're gonna run through this. Do this one more time. Here we go.
Okay. Close.
Yeah, you just want to zoom in over here.
Yeah.
It has all the muscle fibers running down along the meat, right? Chef Kishon holds it up right here. We'll show you exactly what we're talking about, right?
Yes. Okay.
Woo! See all the muscle fibers that run down the flank steak like that? You see all those muscles grouping? It's like fettuccine, right? And it's all running down like that vertically.
You calling me noodle arms right
if you
now?
want to zoom out and take a look at the fettuccine, right? When you go this way, it snaps, right? When you try to go this way, that's what happens. It all starts breaking apart. So you got to go through it, right? And it's really hard to go through those strands. But if you go this way, I mean, you can just slide right through, right?
Yeah.
And so by cutting against the grain, instead of making your teeth chomp like this, like a little Pac-Man.
And then you kind of just like pull like the meat like a.
Yeah, instead of making your teeth chomp like this, and then, you know, get all those stringy, strandy things attached. It's more like, hold on, let me take a bunch of fettuccine. It's more like if you took a bunch of it, right? And you had it all stacked like this, and then your teeth just came and separated it off like that, right?
Right.
It has those natural divisions already in between the muscle strands, so it's a lot easier.
Check it out. When you cut against the grain, as you can see, right, because the grain is going this way and I cut down that way, look at how easy it is for me to pull it apart.
It just comes right down.
It just goes right down. And it's not because I work out, okay?
Between those muscle strands. Anybody could do it, even me if I wanted to, right?
Yes, even you, Andrew. All right, so we cut them into strips. I'm going to hit them up with a little oil, salt, and pepper, throw it over this, and call it a day. Check it out, man. Okay, let's get this show on the road.
Huge shout out to Chef Carlos for joining us. Thank you, Chef.
Woo!
Round of applause. Thank you, Chef. And we love to see you.
You remember doing this in kindergarten?
We love to see you here. Also, we have Rowan Briggs commenting, why does the knife make a difference? So, for a little bit about why the knife makes a difference for us, it depends on a couple of things. Like, for instance, the reason I like to use the chef knife for the chicken breakdown is because it gives me plenty of room to do everything I have to do, right? It's pointed enough that I can get in there and get in the skin, but it's big enough that when I have to do like the whole side of the chicken to get that breast to come off, I still have enough space for that. Whereas a bony knife is really good for, it's nice and rigid, so you always know exactly where that blade's gonna be, right? Whereas a more flexible knife, sometimes it can bend and it'll be away from you, and you gotta worry about cutting your hands as you're going through things. And Chef Kishon, why do you like that slicer so much?
This way?
Yeah.
Because I have control over it. I can see it, like when it goes through the meat, I can watch my blade going through.
It's long enough.
It's long enough. That's what I'm saying. It's long enough to really get all the way through. Because earlier, as you saw me with this guy, I had to open up the meat a little bit to help me out. Now, I understand not everybody's gonna have a really, really long knife, so it's okay if you need to do it that way. You know what I mean? It's just, it's easier when you have a longer blade. You can watch what you're doing and chill. Oh yeah.
I guess one of the last things that it really helps with is if you have a longer knife, you have enough knife to kind of separate off that meat in one or two really good slices. Whereas if you have a smaller knife, it's going to be a series of slices. So then your steaks are going to end up with this little bit of chewed edge on the side where the knife had to make a couple passes. So it's just not as clean. But I think, Chef, we got some meat going down there, right?
Oh yeah. Remember, oil, salt, pepper, that's all you need on a flank steak. She's gorgeous. She's easy peasy. The flank steak with its fat and like all the flavor. The fat in the flank steak is just delicious when you sit there and shit.
Chef, maybe we got a comment for you as well. From Fix the Southie.
What's going on, Nancy?
Proud of you.
I'm proud of you too, Nancy. Woo, child, you better be see? Oh. And we got fans going kisses. Just kidding.
And then we got that beautiful pasta that Chef Carlos made for us earlier. So we're gonna go ahead and be plating over, right?
Yeah. Isn't that some fun in the kitchen, huh? That's what happens when you have a lot of oil in your pan. You want it, and the flame is there. Don't be afraid of the flame, okay? It's just, wow.
It's chemical reaction, right?
Yeah. When the flame comes up, when you're using oil, just let it burn out. If you have like a lot of oil, then you need to pull it, salt and put it out.
One more thing before we get too far here, Chef. I believe we have a meal coming up, right?
Woo! Child. I think we do too.
So while that's finishing frying, we'll show you the meal. We got lemon pepper shrimp skewers, as well as diced red bell pepper, marinated Greek olives, some diced tomatoes, and then we have our black beans and rice, our dirty rice on the side there. Yeah, so Chef Kishon's going to be whipping that up for next week. So expect it live on the website tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
About 10 o'clock.
Where are we ordering it?
Where do you order it? Wait, pull up. Where can we order, Chef Kishon?
www.kneaded.com. It is follow us on our Instagram. Hit us up on our Facebook, spam, Instagram. Hang out with us. Check us out.
Make sure you're over on Instagram. Everyone on Instagram. Make sure you join us on Facebook. But I think that smells like it's all ready to go, Chef.
Oh, I'll try it. Okay, you see how there's this charring? That's what I'm looking for right there. Get it. Our production team, I see you. Okay. Now just a little more. I'll crank up the heat a little bit. Get that rolling. Just for you, okay?
Yeah.
This guy cares about you.
We got that coming at you. And yeah, everything does look really tasty. We got it going up with Chef Kishon. Chef, is there anything else you recommend we do to the flank steak? Any other treatment? I know you make a really mean chimichurri sauce.
Oh, my goodness gracious. Chimichurri, how do I explain that? It's like an Italian salsa. You can make it with basil and parsley. You can make it with cilantro and parsley. So you have like the citrusy, or you have like a nice Italian Greek feel, you know?
Ours is a really good cilantro, the lime juice.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay. Some red pepper flakes and some fresno chilies.
You know? Or you can totally do like a, one of my favorite things to make is a 5 onion marinara vinaigrette. Okay. Just marinara, a little vinegar, a little love, oil, all the onions you can think of. You just pour it right over it. Put a little garnish on there. It's better than the chimichurri.
All right.
Okay,
well,
I'm ready to roll.
let's plate it up. Let's hit it. You got some tongs over there? Oh, I got some
Let me get some
clean tongs right over
Okay,
here.
thank you, sir.
Another thing.
Okay. He doesn't eat. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and.
Use the whole pot.
Yeah, that's what I was like. You know,
Get
you're
over
right.
there.
You're right.
The chef got a little bit of shrimps in there, and we also have some beautiful produce from Chef Bozo's garden. So thank you for bringing us that produce today.
Hanging out with the class, huh?
Yeah, I really appreciate it.
Cute.
Beautiful. Can we get a nice little zoom in on that plate up? Little surf and turf. We got that shrimp. We got that steak action. Pull that up, Chef Kishon. Put it in there.
He's like, oh, I think.
Woo! Beautiful. Put a little cilantro on top. Instagram, we didn't forget about you. Yeah. So in closing, can we get that class flyer up one more time just so we can remind everybody about what we got going on with our classes? Instagram, just bear with us for a second here. Yeah, so we got our Kneaded Culinary Academy fall classes starting 4 to 7 p.m. The first class is going to be September 13th. And it's going to go all the way to November 17th, about 10 weeks altogether. Ages 15 to 25. So if you want to come through, learn how to cook from Chef Carlos Pineda and a little bit of help from myself, we'd be happy to have you. And then our meal coming up. If you could remind everyone, Chef Kishon, what do we got going for him?
We got some lemon pepper steak. We call it dirty rice, but it's pretty much jasmine rice with some black beans in there, and of course a little love. And then we have our marinated Greek olives. Okay, it's a little twist that we got going on. Go ahead and check it out. Try the dish and let us know what you think. Where can we order it again, Jedediah?
www.kneaded.com. Everybody's all logoed out. We got on the hats. We got on the overlay. Yes. You can also follow us at Facebook and Instagram. It'll be announced on both of those platforms. But if you just want to check back to the website, www.kneaded.com, we're always updating there. So thank you for joining us. Anything else, Chef?
Enjoy you guys' day. Enjoy
Stay
all
safe.
of your day. And stay safe. Take care. Stay hydrated because it's warm.
Yeah, we'll see you soon. Bye, everyone. Thank you for joining us.
Toodaloo.